Wait, no, I'm not ready.
Well, that's rather unfortunate. The stream's already begun. Okay. So that's up. That's going. Closing this. Closing this. Any follow statements before the game begins, guys?
Anakin was kind of a
Nope.
bitch.
Mm,
He had so
Rather
much
than dick.
angst. He was just like a teenager that had loads of angst.
pretty much.
Star Wars Episode 1 through 3, Anakin's puberty.
Surely being a Jedi doesn't work. Like, they shouldn't train people to be Jedi before they hit puberty. It should be afterwards.
They really don't, though.
They
That's,
do.
that's why they
They
don't.
take children
They
at a
don't
young
generally.
age
They
and
don't
train them.
They don't generally train younglings.
They do. That's
adopt
what they
them.
do. That's exactly what they do.
They don't generally do that, but yes,
Yes,
that
they
is what
do. They do it all the time.
Sorry, but sorry, I'm just remembering the scene now where they're looking at the surveillance tapes where McGregor just breaks down, going younglings.
And the fact that fucking Anakin killed all of them. They do firmly train people before they hit puberty, Jack. Stop talking shit.
Well, we don't. Well, they're aliens. We don't know when puberty is.
They were humans. They were quite firmly humans.
They weren't
Anakin
all
slaughtered
human.
them.
They weren't all
Fucking
human.
were.
They weren't all human.
They were. I'll look up the scene right now.
Fine.
In
Star
fairness, in
Send
the
me the
scene,
thing.
they were all
Episode 3.
human.
Fine.
Star Wars Episode 3. Temple March. That's it.
Right.
It's actually my favorite scene. I should have had this on bookmark.
I'm surprised you don't. I'm actually surprised you don't.
It is my favorite scene like the whole movie because I'm always the guy that roots for the bad guy. I'm that guy that likes the bad guy winning.
Who doesn't?
It'd be Order 66 actually. It wouldn't be the Temple March. The Temple March is just them walking to the temple. I think yeah is the thing.
I thought Order 66 would have just been all the scenes of all the Jedi getting cut down wherever the hell
Yeah,
they were.
They always show it afterwards where Anakin kills all the children.
Younglings.
Younglings.
Alright,
What?
so as we begin this game, I would like everyone to roll one white die, which is the one in the center.
Nailed it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that negated you actually succeeding since they failed. So you guys get nothing. Congratulations.
They don't even know what we're doing, Chuck.
I know. That's
You
why
need to
I find
explain it. You're the GM.
You can if you want. I don't feel like
You're the
explaining unless
GM.
they don't have it, so they can't. It doesn't matter even if I do explain.
It kind of is important. Like, okay, basically what we just rolled for was force points. This basically means we gain favor with the force. We can use this to automatically succeed on one check if we pass it. What we were rolling for then was if we were to get it or not, and we didn't get it. So
Fair enough.
Yeah, but basically, LaFawn here rolled it 1, and then you guys rolled -2. So unfortunately, you can't go negative, so you gain nothing instead. And I was technically supposed to roll as well, but that doesn't really help you because it would just even out regardless. Okay, now you all start on Tatooine, which is you can see on the map above you is a relative simulation of what Tatooine might look like.
again,
Okay, so you're all in the bar. You're all sitting there having some fun, taking a few drinks.
I'm not.
You've pretty much spent all your money. You still have some credits from your last job, some of you anyway. But you're all relatively tapped, and without a ship, you don't exactly have too many options. So what would you like to do?
Gentlemen, I'm going to inform you now. I intend to become a Mandalorian bounty hunter. This means that as a ritual of passage, I want you to steal our first ship.
Wait, you said you want us to steal your first ship, not
No, I
you?
need to steal. I need to steal my
Okay.
first ship. But you can help me.
Okay.
Thank you for agreeing with me.
Does anyone here actually speak Wookiee? I can't remember.
You can
gonna-
understand them, regardless
No,
of
I'm
what
just
you say.
going to. I'm just going to sit here and constantly convince you he's agreeing with me.
By default, you understand him.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you, Mr. Wookie person, for agreeing with me completely.
That and you technically all grew up on Tatooine, so it'd be kind of weird for him to not understand any other language.
Alright, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to recommend that we all leave the bar and stop getting wasted because I don't want everyone to be drunk while we're trying to steal a ship.
Or you can sit down and finish your drink that you already paid for.
I'm not doing that. I'm going to... But I'm going to take the drink with me. I have a plan.
Okay, you take your drink with you. What kind of drink did you take?
The drink that is the most flammable substance.
You took the blue one. Very well.
Okay. Alright, I'm
And then
going to...
I get up as well, slightly amused and just following him out and just waiting to see what happens, or her out and see what happens.
Okay, what about
Tatooine is the one that's owned by, like, Jabba the Hutt, or is that a different place?
that one is mostly owned by Jabba the Hutt. You're not really going to find too many areas on this planet that isn't technically owned by Jabba the Hutt in one way or another.
Okay, what we're going to do then is we need to find one of his ships, one of his combat ships, because I'm not settling for anything less than a combat ship.
So I'm kind of like, where would the best place be? Their spaceport?
There is technically a local trading port in which we can find a ship.
It's going to be
But
wherever
does it
Jabba the
have-
Hutt keeps all his ships.
Or if you want one of Jabba's ships, you have to
I don't want
find...
Jabba ships.
If you want one of Jabba's combat ships, you can, in fact, target one of those. They would
Yes.
be in his private shipping port.
That's fine. Are you with me, lads?
Yes, let's go.
Excellent.
I'm perfectly happy with this.
Okay.
So,
at this point, I've just picked up my 3 bottles I still have remaining and just walk out with you guys.
do we actually have do we actually know where his private ports are? Or do we have to...
You all
actually go and
relatively
find
have
that
a
information?
idea of where they are. They're
Okay.
not exactly places you've ever been, but you have an understanding of where they are and the general gist of the types of security you'd be looking at.
Okay.
Okay. You guys
So
want to
I
head there
just
directly?
swig the rest of my drink, put it down on the side, and go. Okay, let's go find the spaceport then.
Okay. Let's see. I think someone's rolled navigation, unless someone here has knowledge of Outer Rim.
That would be proper.
So I want you to roll
Like you got to that.
in a moment.
Shit, they're onto me. I know other than Wookiee.
Okay, go ahead. Make a roll of your knowledge Outer Rim. See how much of this area you know. I'm waiting for it to upload. Okay, so you still have a white die. You want to get rid of that for next time.
Oh, fuck's sake.
And technically you didn't succeed, but you also didn't fail, so congratulations.
You balanced out basically.
So we
So-
meander in an average direction.
So you start walking into a direction you believe is the correct path, but when you arrive, you notice that A, there's no guards, B, there's no security, and C, this is definitely not a shipyard because you're standing in the middle of a farm. A moisture farm, to be exact.
Idiot. Why
Wait,
did we
wait.
follow you?
Yeah, why did
Why
we
were
let
you following
why
the
did we
Wookiee
let the
guys?
Wookiees lead? Yeah.
You said you knew where you were
guys hear a
going.
speeder just shooting off.
Oh, there was speeders here. Let's go steal one.
Let's follow the speeder.
It just
Clearly
drove
knows
away.
where it's going.
Is there any more speeders around?
There is one that seems to be broken. Perhaps a mechanic who could fix it.
Alright, I'll try it.
Okay,
Or
is there a
not
mechanic around?
mechanic.
I am also a mechanic.
I'm a mechanic. We're all mechanics.
Well, get
Whoever wants to make it,
Okay,
Can give it a
I've
shot.
got 2 in my mechanics as a career, and I got a 3 intellect. What about everyone else?
I got 3 intellect. Don't think I've got it as a career, but I've got a rank in it.
Okay, I beat you. What
Nope.
about-
Go ahead. It's all yours.
Alright, Jack, you ready?
Yes, I am. That is technically a success. Congratulations. You actually managed to get it running. You take a closer look, and you notice that the fuel tank has a massive hole in it, but there's just enough to get it started and perhaps to get you somewhere. But you're not going to be able to use it again until you replace the tank and fill the tank.
It's fine, I'm not actually planning on using it. I'm going to take off the like thrusters on it, and I'm going to save them for later. That's the main thing I want to do with this, because it's not going to be able to carry all three of us anyway. So
you think you'd perhaps carry one, but you can't carry both.
Okay, that'll do.
Okay.
Give it to the Wookiee.
Or you can give it to the
nothing with
Wookiee.
his hands.
Wookiee, you can
so I'm
carry
going
it.
to take one.
Okay, you give it to the Wookiee.
I said I'm going to take one.
Okay, you take one, the Wookiee carries one.
Yeah,
that
take
is
one.
4 encumbrance.
Okay. I'm also going to choose to what's it called? Would it be speeder thruster? Stop doing that, Jack.
Sorry, I need to put it in your thing, man, because you didn't do it.
Do what?
Encumbrance.
Encumbrance.
Also, there's weight of your weapon, which is 1. And the
yeah.
weight of the thing is 4, so it should be able to 5.
So what exactly is he giving me so I can just pull it down in my log?
Is a thruster from a speeder.
Speeder
It's
thruster.
a propulsion system.
I'm then going to choose to mod it so that it will turn on by hitting a button.
I like this plan.
You definitely can. That's actually not all that hard.
Oh.
Why are you making another roll?
Because I assumed I would have to make another roll, but if I don't need to, then it's fine.
Yeah, you don't have to make it now. You don't even have the parts. You need to
Dude.
need a button.
Dude, you telling me the speeder doesn't have a fucking button?
The thruster doesn't have a button. You want to take it from
Let's
the
talk
speeder?
about the.
Go ahead.
I'm taking it off the speeder.
Then
Well,
fine.
To
Give me
be
a
fair, that
roll
mechanics.
now to take
Okay.
parts from the speeder in order to make it work. You succeed. You have enough buttons to attach to your thruster in the future.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to make it so that I can turn on the thrusters with a button.
At this point, I'd just like to look around and see if the owner of the speeder is actually turned up, or if anyone is actually suspicious of what we've done.
No one seems to care whatsoever that you're taking stuff from this broken speeder that was lying here that had no fuel and had a hole in the tank. That probably means that someone shot him.
Perfect.
So do I need another mechanics check for that?
Yes, you do. Also, just so you're aware, you're taking up like half an hour just to do this. Not IRL, but in-game.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's fine. It's not like we're on a time period or anything.
Not really. I'm just giving you a heads up, like, how much time is actually elapsing as you do this.
Alright.
I'm gonna continue drinking, sitting in the speeder.
You have 1 beer left then, because it's been 30 minutes.
Hey.
Also, it's starting to get a little warm, so it's not that great.
Yeah,
Alright.
waste not, want not.
Do I roll now?
Yes, you can. You succeed, but you're also not totally sure if it will function correctly.
That's fine. I don't need to do much of it.
Okay.
Alright. So, okay guys, well now we need to actually go find the shipyard.
With your thruster, put down the semi-functioning.
Okay.
Okay, I want to go and I'm going to look around and see if I can find someone who looks like they might know where Jabba's place is better than
We
the
don't need to find his
Wookiee.
place. We need the fucking. We just need to know where his shipyard is. Where it
Yeah,
keeps all
his
the
shipyards is what I mean.
Okay. Who here has skullduggery? And would like to roll that this time.
Nope.
I don't have it.
Okay. Well, whoever is most intelligent, give it a shot.
I'm 3.
3.
2.
Could it be possible to roll do a perception roll to there might be a spaceship that's flying past?
You definitely can give it a shot, but we're going for the things that give you the most likely chance of succeeding, and then we'll do the ones that are completely impossible. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead.
Do you wish to do the roll? Or am I doing the roll?
Whoever is most intelligent, that's what we're rolling right now.
Well, it's either me or you.
Well, I fucked up last time. Row!
Alright, I'll do it then. Skullduggery.
Okay,
Oh.
you definitely don't pass.
That was fucking horrific, Jesus Christ.
Okay, yeah, so you guys take a look around. As far as
Why would we use skullduggery for this, by the way?
that's your, like, thieving kind of knowledge, you know?
Well, that's what Streetwise is for.
Pretty much.
Isn't it?
It's streetwise.
Okay.
Actually,
There's actually a streetwise skill.
streetwise and then skullduggery is more specific to this kind of thing you're looking for.
Okay.
You can give streetwise a shot, but it's also the realization that everyone here is probably a crook or a criminal of some sort, and they're not gonna necessarily be able to help you out. Because as you look around, pretty much everyone you look at, you think maybe works for Jabba the Hutt, but you're not totally sure because they all have these similar rough and tough kind of appearance everywhere you look.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to the Wookiee, I'm gonna whisper in his ear. I need you to convince someone here who works for Jabba the Hutt that we're being sent to his shipyard. But we haven't been told where it is. Since he's the politician, so.
The Wookiee is not the politician.
Who's the politician?
The Wookiee's not the politician. No, it's the Twi'lek. Me. The
It's
Twi'lek's the
politician.
politician.
Just Wookiee
Alright, I'm
politician.
gonna. Okay.
Wookiee politics, smash!
Alright, I'm going to do the same thing but with the Twi'lek.
Yeah.
I just look at him going, do I look like I mince words?
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
look at him
So
in
I'll-
disgust.
Our politician, you can give it a shot.
So I'm just gonna like. stand
Okay,
up on
so
top
let
of
me
this
give
speaker
you a
and
rough
just, like,
idea
shout.
of what the area you're currently in. You're basically near the racetrack. You know, there's a lot of speeders, a lot of people who are driving around and doing various other races and whatnot. You don't immediately think that these guys would know, but there's no reason why you can't ask.
Yeah.
So to your right are a couple of kids, generally just messing around with their bikes. There are people who are driving around, and there is apparently a hot dog cart, because I don't remember what they eat.
Fucking general space shit.
So, literally, I'm going to just stand up on the back of the speeder right here and shout, like, trying to, like, eye everyone in the group, and be like, does anyone here know where Jabba the Hutt spaceport is?
I'm gonna
And
sit
try
there like
and
I'm
see
acting
if
like
we
I'm his
can get a
bodyguard or
reaction.
whatever.
The kids start laughing, and the guy in the hot dog cart puts away his things and starts leaving.
Hot dog cart, go! I like point at the, I like look to the Wookiee and then point towards the hot dog cart and look back.
Yeah.
It's like,
so,
him.
so at this point, can I sprint towards him using my powerful Wookiee legs and just tackle him to the ground, occasionally punching him if he tries to get away?
If you want, roll me a flag check.
Oh dear, this is going to end badly.
Probably not, but you can.
Oh no, it's Braun. Oh, okay.
I can't imagine you failing Braun.
Oh my
You
goodness.
actually didn't succeed. Oh my god.
What?
So,
That is a lot of advantages.
advantage but no success. So, he throws his cart at you and runs the heck away. He's gone, but you now have the advantage of not being hungry because there's literally a hot dog cart full of hot dogs and plenty of
Can I
mustard.
Is there a Wookiee Wilhelm scream I can do?
You can scream if you want, but also you could just take the credits, which are apparently also in the cart.
Oh, I'll take the credits.
Perfectly fine.
120
And some hot
credits. And all the hot dogs you could eat, man.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, he has a good perception.
I'm currently
nothing?
distracted.
I'm gonna get too cunning.
I've got like a point in it and I'm Korea. So I guess
Mr. Moo, you notice that a couple kids come over to the fact that there's a bunch of free hot dogs, and they don't necessarily ask the Wookiee for free hot dogs, but they're kind of just waiting for you to be done.
Ask them.
These people don't know.
They probably
just-
do not understand
Okay.
Wookiee.
So,
No,
yeah,
I was about to say.
These are children.
I'll stride up to the children.
I
Mhm.
was about to say. I
and be
addressed
like,
the. Sorry, go on.
excuse me, but would any of you wants to know where Jabba the Hutt's place is. I told you laughing before, and we've somehow managed to commandeer this cart full of free food. And we'd be willing to part with some of it in exchange for information.
Okay. One of the kids says, "Alright. Alright, mister. If you give us the cart, we'll show you the way to his spaceport."
I'm fine with everyone.
Yeah, sure.
I scoop up as many hot dogs as I can carry, and I just kind of slowly push the cart with my leg towards them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds like
the kids are busy eating at the moment. But one of them, he tells you his name is Tom. He says he'll show you the way to the spaceport.
Alright then.
Cool.
Guess
Okay.
I'm following kids now.
We all follow Tom.
About an hour later, after these guys have eaten way too many hot dogs to the point that more than a few of them have thrown up. He says, "Alright, I'll show you the way to the spaceport." And he tells you to be very careful. There's generally a lot of bodyguards.
That's fine.
Okay,
Don't worry, we're meant to be here.
so everyone... Oh, if you tell him you're meant to be there, then that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so he walks you straight down a open path, and you are immediately stopped by several guards. He says,
What do you
what
think?"
the heck are you guys doing here?"
If you fail, I have a plan.
Yeah. Okay.
Six guards in total, all carrying blasters of one sort or another. And the kid seems to be behind you now.
Well,
The
as you
kid
can,
immediately
as you can
says
see,
that these guys are meant to be here. And then hides behind
as you can see, we're some new mechanics. We've just got some parts for. I don't know what you'll build. Speeder parts, really? We're just here to deliver and build it. We don't even know half of what we're meant to build. I think we're supposed to speak to one of your quartermasters.
The guy looks around and he looks at the other guards and says, "One sec, I'll check the manifesto." Manifest. I mean, sorry. So he heads over, takes a look at the papers, look at the books. Says, "There's definitely no order today. Who are you with? What's this speeder you're talking about?" Now you can make a charm check once I throw in the proper difficulty. And somehow the window is closed. What happened?
What happened?
I don't know.
Just wait.
The stream for the window just closed.
Alright, well done.
Did the stream end? No, it's still going.
There's what is this stream?
One moment, guys. Just getting to the
What?
interesting part, right?
Yeah. Well, in any case, Kanar's going to flutter out eyelashes and be like, "Oh, this one's not on the manifesto." She kind of winks. It's like, keep it on the down low.
What's going on? The stream is still active. But the page is missing.
At this point, I've eaten far too many hot dogs and have a slightly upset stomach.
You probably would be.
God damn it, everyone.
Okay, so if you're watching this stream, we'll be back immediately. I'm just going to turn it off and start back up. So I don't know why the page isn't working correctly.
Wait, there are people actually watching?